Welcome to Bola Central. It's your boy Elodin. I have no name today. We got Phil and we got John. We're here with another week in the off season. But on the bright side, the Hall of Fame game, preseason football, starts this Thursday.
That's right.
So we're super excited
Hell yeah.
just to see football. We're not excited for the game because Zach Wilson is starting. But
Oh,
we're excited to
I'm
put
excited.
we
I'm
excited
excited for that.
football, man.
eh,
Hey man, I'm actually just excited to see football back on the screen, man. It's been so long and man, I'm ready for football.
Agreed.
Before we get started, man, how was your week? John, we're gonna go with you because me and Phil were actually here yesterday.
Yeah. It was good. Overall, good week. I took some surfing photos. I went to a fun sesh, a little party
Mhm.
down in South Jersey. So yeah, overall, it was a great weekend. Did some cleaning, did some organizing, did some editing. Just exciting overall. What about you guys? How was
Phil?
your weekend?
for me, pretty good so far. Got a lot of stuff done for the gaming channel, etc. Also doing some prep work for 2K and Madden season coming up. Madden comes out in actually about 2 weeks, I believe. So looking forward to that. I know me and Elijah are excited about the franchise mode. We were
Yes, sir.
talking about it.
Yes, sir.
And also me and Elijah did a little predictions video for one of the modes for 2K coming up, the Mamba challenges yesterday. So that should be out like in 2 weeks or next week, whenever
Nice.
the week is. So excited about that as well.
Yep. As for me, man, I'm chilling. I'm working all the time. You already know. Me and Phil, you like as you said, we've been doing some work lately. We got a lot of actually. Me and Phil about to be recording 4 days this week. Actually, we got I'm gonna be on IVTE tomorrow. Yeah, and then
Nice.
we got a wrestling pod on Thursday. So we're trying to bring some content to the channel.
Nice. That's what's up.
And like I said,
Oh,
man, we were working. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's some
I need
kicking
I need
ass.
some I need something to drink. But
You ate too
yeah,
fast.
man, it's all good. John got his Coke. He's happy. Coca Cola. He got his Coca Cola.
That's
He's
that's
happy.
right. That's right.
But we're gonna get to it.
You got the
And
wrong cast people. No.
to start
Oh.
the show, actually, I have some things to say.
Oh.
So, for those who don't know, I am the commissioner for the Baller Central Fantasy Football League. And this is the announcement of the punishment for the league. Today, I opened sending in your draft fees. When you send in your draft fee, when you send in your league fee, you'll know your draft position so you can mock draft properly. If you don't send in your draft fee on time, you'll find out your draft position whenever. Whenever I feel like it might be an hour before the draft. It might be 10 minutes before the draft. You never know. But the deadline for that is the 12th, by the way, for those who don't know. So the punishment for our fantasy football league is I don't have a drum roll here. I wish I did. But the person who comes in last place, worst record, or if you're tied for the worst record and lose the tiebreaker, you will have to fill out paperwork and declare for the NFL draft. Now, the odds of you getting drafted are extremely low. So you won't be in attendance to the draft. You don't have to go to the draft. Like I said, the odds of you actually getting drafted and having to go to training camp for real are very low. But it's the embarrassment factor. And it's not something that this is something everybody can do. If you don't do it, you will be suspended from the league for a year. And that is the punishment for fantasy football. Stay tuned to see who wins. Taylor is our defending champion right now. And yeah, man, we're ready to go. All right, everybody can come back now.
Oh. How many
Okay.
paper? How many papers is that? How many
I don't
documents?
I don't know how many documents it actually is. That's the funny thing about it. But I do know that it's anybody who's in the league is eligible to do. So
The females too?
yes.
Oh damn. Okay. Put the name of Sam Gordon then. While we're at it.
Yeah, man. So that's what the losers doing this year. And next year
Oh.
will be a different punishment. Year after will be another punishment. And again, like I said, if you don't do it, you'll be suspended from the
Well,
league for a year. So if that's something you don't want to do, I suggest you gotta get on your Zoom every day.
Yep. I mean,
And
honestly, I'm not worried about us three because we've been like playoff contenders the last couple of years, so I wouldn't be worried about
yeah,
us three.
this will be my third year in the league. I rose through the ranks fast to become commissioner. Um, real fast. But
Real fast.
I've been a playoff team every year. I've been sneaking in to the eighth spot every year, and I've been running into. I think Akeem. I ran into Akeem year one. He finished the season like 12-1,
Yep. Only
and
one
then
beat him that year.
he won the league. He won the league, right? 2 years
Yep,
ago
he did. He did. He won the league 2 years
in
ago.
convincing fashion. It wasn't even
Yeah,
close. And
it
then
was
last
huge.
year, Taylor did the same exact thing. Just ran through the whole league, lost one game, and just ran through everybody. Pause. But
Hey, yo,
hopefully this year is one of us that does that, and whoever comes in last is not one of us as well. Although,
hopefully, so whoever comes last is active as well.
yes, if it's somebody like, I mean, there's only one new person in the league this year, so if he's not active and it's him, we'll just kick him out, and whoever comes in 11th will do it, or as the commissioner, I'll do it.
Damn.
I'll do the first punishment since the inactive person didn't do it. But let's talk, man. Let's get down to it.
I'm gonna text him real quick.
I believe we're starting with actually we have some news, and it's kind of been in the headlines a little bit. It's been this Denver Broncos thing where Sean Payton wants to run his mouth about Nathaniel Hackett. He's talking all this shit. One of the worst coaches of all time. And I last year I would agree. Okay, but now he works for the Jets. So Sean, watch your fucking mouth. Okay.
That's my quarterback.
Okay. Me and Aaron said it. Who else? I don't know who else said it. John said it.
Robert
Keep,
Sala, I'm pretty sure.
keep my coach's name out your mouth. All right.
We do have a TikTok and short about that as well.
All right. Don't do that. But keep my coach's name out your mouth. Okay. Now, John, you got anything to say about this, man? Before
I mean, use it as fuel. Hopefully it's fuel. You know what I mean? Denver, it was already going to be a tough game because you're playing in Denver, so you got to play with the air quality. You know what I mean? And you're already Nathaniel Hackett. You're already coming home after 1 year of not doing a great job. You know what I mean? We all know he didn't do a great job. That's why he's the offense coordinator of the Jets. He's trying to start over. You know what I mean? But I mean, I liked it. I like that Aaron Rodgers had something to say about it because if anyone had something to say about it, it was him. Nathaniel Hackett helped get him an MVP. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I don't know why he had to be so honest or so public. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if you really feel that way and that's how you feel, don't lose to us. I'll tell you that right now.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't let us get one.
Don't let us get one. Don't let us get two. Oh my God. It's gonna be a fun week because I mean,
and you better finish better than that 5-12 that happened last year. Because if you don't, Sean Payton, if you don't, bro, I'm taking your ring away.
I wonder if Robert Saleh, after he heard about it, he was just like, all right, Nathan, all right, Hackett, write down every single tendency of Russell Wilson. Like that dude was with him for a whole year. You know what I mean? Like that's I always hate games where somebody knows what you're doing. You know what I mean? Somebody has been in your locker room. Somebody has been with you. You know what I mean? Like those rivalry games are the best games because like both sides have facts on each other. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be something. There's gonna be a play that comes out of it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm not trying to get too into it because Hard Knocks hasn't come up and we haven't even started the season yet. We play the Bills for week 1.
That probably will come up in Hard Knocks, yeah.
On September 11th, they'll probably come up in Hard Knocks. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for the start of the season. I just want to see good football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Sean Payton can say whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna root for you too. I was gonna root for you, Sean. Now it's no rooting for nobody. I can't.
I'm not rooting for you. Regardless.
Dude, Elijah, I was gonna give him a second chance. I was gonna be like, people grow. Sometimes there's bumps along the way. Fuck your bumps. I hope we run over them. All right. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that.
Why are you apologizing for that?
With caution, but we gonna run over.
I don't even care enough to talk about this. This is how like much I want to get into football. Like I don't even care. You know what I mean? I'm just excited for the season. Let's go. So how do you feel about it?
First of all, it sucks that it's going to be a 4:25 game, I believe, but it's not going to be a primetime game, which should be.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Them 425 games are, quote unquote, the game of the
Oh,
week.
it's going to be like 4 of them on like Fox or whatever it is, or whatever the late game, ownership
Yeah,
is, CBS or one of
yeah.
them. Yeah, but
You never know. They
do,
might switch it
do we really want to see Jimmy Garoppolo versus Jordan Love? Do we
on Monday
really?
night. Yeah,
Do we
but I
really?
mean, those games are also hard for the Jets too because we got 5 primetime games, so we're playing 5 times almost at a detriment to ourselves. Like you get a short week if you play it on Thursday. You get a short week.
We
if
only
you,
have 2 Thursday games though.
I know, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like I don't like 2 years ago, like when we had like a little flash in the pan, like we didn't even go to California. Like our travel schedule was so light. You know what I mean? So like as much as I like am looking forward to this year, I'm also nervous about injuries and how far like us going to Denver. I'm not excited for. Like
I mean,
I don't like that area. I don't like the air quality in Denver. I don't like I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like.
I feel about people from Denver.
I mean, the people there are nice. They're very welcoming. They're very like it's a great city. I'd love to be love there. You know what I mean? But I'm in like I don't know. My skin just blows up when I go to Denver.
Apparently, Drake said that's where the hoe's at. So
Yeah.
Elijah, we might have to take a trip to.
That's where the dirty goes at. Let me just tell you. Oh my god, the homeless people in Denver, crazy, bro. The things I've seen, crazy on the main, crazy. Denver, please fix your streets. Please fix your streets. All right, please. Craziness. What's going on in Denver? Oh my god! Like,
Well,
Yeah, that's like
Crazy.
Charles Barkley saying about the big old woman in San Antonio, bro. That's that type of comment right there, bro.
Sorry,
Oh
my bad.
well,
Buffalo.
if you're from Denver,
I'm
it's
sorry.
what it is.
I didn't mean. I'm not coming at a group of women. I'm coming at the homeless population and how the public service does not help them in the city of Denver. That's all.
That's better.
Well,
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
Yeah,
All right,
they,
and
they
it was
won't see
nasty.
this.
All right,
so
they should see this. It was nasty. Let me just.
they
Yep.
won't.
When we post this, I'm gonna put the location for Denver, Colorado, so
Downtown.
people in Denver will see this.
They probably will. They have no.
I'm sorry though. We only have two. Technically, we only have one Thursday night game. The Dolphins game is on Friday. I forgot.
Okay.
that.
Okay. Friday.
I mean, for the situation, like John said, use it as fuel. You're going to Denver. You're going to their house. Nathaniel Hackett better cook up one hell of a game plan offensively for the Jets because that defense is pretty serious. So, hey, it's gonna be much more
Our defense is better though. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, because
But,
they lost Chubb and others. So, oof.
Hey man, like everybody's been saying, they need to change. Like the season didn't start yet. Schedulers, you still have time to move that Jordan Love Jimmy Garoppolo game to sometime Sunday afternoon. Move that Sunday night. I forgot who's playing Sunday night. Move them to Monday night and give
Cowboys
us
49ers, I believe.
give them Monday night.
What
We
was
love
the
seeing
idea?
we love watching NFC teams on Monday night. I don't like seeing AFC teams on Sunday night. Is that just
I hear
me?
you.
I don't
No, I
know what
hear
it
you on
is.
that.
It's like the vibe of NFC fits Monday night so much better.
It does. There are less good quarterbacks too in the NFC. So it's like I don't want to say closer games, but closer games, right?
Yeah, and also Niners and Cowboys. That's a potential. It's a potential playoff matchup.
Rivalry game.
Potential. It's I want to say potential conference championship, but I don't trust the Cowboys enough to say
Especially
that.
from last year. Oof.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they don't have Zeke to put at center anymore, so maybe
Yep.
we'll see.
Damn.
But yeah, man, that game needs to. The game needs to move. That game
Flex
gotta
it or
be,
something,
we
please,
got to be in
flex.
prime time, bro. That game has to be in prime time just because of this storyline. But
Because they're scared to put in the Broncos on primetime again after last year.
They should be. They sucked.
Absolutely.
right. But yeah, that's that news. Next up, we got we're gonna stay in football. We got Jonathan Taylor going. I don't know what the hell's going on in Indianapolis, man. So apparently
Crazy things.
he requested a trade formally a few days ago,
Mhm.
but he's still going to training camp. He's still obviously going to do his job.
Mhm.
Jim Irsay pulled up to training camp, invited Jonathan on the trailer. Jonathan requested a trade again. Jim was like, "No, I'm not trading you."
He said some wild ass stuff.
And then he went public with it, talking about if I die tonight and he's out the league tonight, nobody's gonna miss us. I'm gonna miss Jonathan Taylor. I don't know what you're talking about. The running back is becoming a lost position, but I was a running back in high school and I love running backs. So I will miss him. I will miss Saquon. I will miss J.K. Dobbins, even if he's out the league, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
and to help Jonathan Taylor's case, one of the running backs, Zach Moss, just broke his arm. I think he's out. No, not broken arm, but arm injury. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks. So,
So look, listen, and another thing is what they're doing also with Jonathan Taylor is apparently
oh
they're
yeah,
putting him on the. They're saying he got an injury away from the team, which would end up forfeiting his salary to 2024, forfeiting his whole contract.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he doesn't play this year, he doesn't get paid this year,
Mm-hmm.
but his contract freezes until next year, basically,
Mm-hmm.
which is terrible because he's also out here saying, "I didn't even get hurt. I didn't report any injury."
it's cap.
So,
What do you guys think about that? Like, do you think it's like, do you think the people who kind of spread that and put that in the media was Jim Irsay's people?
Probably.
yes,
Okay, I'm
Easily.
just that's.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We gotta bring that up. We gotta ask those questions. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of connections. I'm glad that Jonathan Taylor went on Twitter immediately and said, "My back does not hurt. I am not injured." You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's crazy that like that was even a storyline for like a second. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
Emmanuel Acho like came in and reported how stupid he was or how the Colts are playing chess and he's playing checkers. Like he didn't even report as injured. It just I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
they
Irsay,
can't play. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say Irsay is like probably one of the most well-known owners in the league. Maybe like top 3, top 4, top 5.
Mhm.
So I mean, obviously his reputation is on the line as well as other things. So he's going to do what's best for his reputation instead of the players to try to save face.
And Phil, I want to say something about his reputation real quick.
It's terrible.
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. Let's talk about his DUIs. How he had 2 or 3. Let's talk about that. Let's
He
talk
said,
about
"Look,
how,
Andrews. Here we go."
let's talk about how he didn't pay Falk. All right, Marshall Falk, Hall of Fame running back, didn't pay him. Traded him for absolutely nothing. Got lucky. Got Entrin James. That's how the Colts got that. I mean, this guy he's an owner that takes players for granted. You know what I mean? And he could have been like, you know, okay, let's make a deal, Jonathan Taylor. We're making you into somebody. You know what I mean? And we have this young quarterback coming in, and we're gonna have a dual threat, and it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? But instead, he was like, you know what? No, I'm the owner, and I completely disagree with that. I don't want to pay you any more than you need to make. And it sucks for, I mean, Jim Irsay, because Jonathan Taylor isn't 26, 27. He's not near 30. He's 24. You know what I mean? The dude's healthy. The dude's here. You know what I mean? He's a top 5 running back in this league. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's crazy the fact
Damn, that's crazy. Is he?
Yeah, I mean, he is, though. Is he not? Like,
you could probably slide into that 5 spot. Like I'm really thinking.
5.
Like obviously you got CMC, you got Saquon,
Sure.
you got Derrick
When
Henry.
healthy, yeah.
Sure.
CMC, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Austin Eckler, and Nick Chubb. I don't know, man.
Tony Pollard.
I'll say top 10. Top 10.
He's top 10 for sure, obviously.
Definitely top
I'm
10.
thinking. I'm just thinking like
It becomes subject. You know what I mean? It's subjectual. Depending, he was injured last year too. I think that's why Jim Irsay doesn't want to, pay him more money than he's he wants. You know what I mean? And it's,
right.
I don't know. It's a tricky situation, and I mean, the NFL might need to step in if Jim Irsay steps over the line. I mean, this guy's publicly saying on Twitter, "I am not injured." You know what I mean? Like, and Jim Irsay is trying to get him injured before he comes to camp, so they don't have to pay him for a whole year. Like that's hostage. He's trying to hold him hostage. It's crazy, don't you guys think? It's just
absolutely.
It'd be real weird if there's some type of like home invasion, like some Sean Taylor type thing that happened to him.
Chill, that's crazy.
Right.
But I don't know why I brought that up just now. What the fuck? What's wrong with me?
Because it was a crazy situation. You know what I mean?
Right. Worst case scenario.
Yep.
It's a weird scenario, but hey man, we just hoping Jonathan Taylor gets what he deserves, man. He is a top 10 running back in the league easily. He's an amazing football player. So I don't know. The NFL CBA is going to be real crazy. Like when there's going to be a lockout for sure.
Yeah, and what do you guys think about? Did you guys hear that stat that like running backs touch the ball 3rd most on offense, next to centers, quarterback, and then it's running back? You know what I mean?
Hey, obviously, yeah, that got to be true for sure. Like what handoffs, et cetera, other type of plays.
Like, do you guys remember Brandon Marshall on the Bears? How he had that like 20 catch game?
Yeah.
Right. The running back for the Bears touched the ball 6 more times than he did all game. You know what I mean?
20 catches is like what's the league record for catches in a game?
I think that was the record until somebody I don't know. I think
25, 26 maybe?
It might be 22.
I feel like it's low 20s or mid 20s.
Low 20s.
Okay, but the Giants will give Saquon 30 carries a game and then give him 7 passes on top of that. Like, come on now.
And
It's
then
really
they only
unfair.
want to pay him $11 million a year compared to like a wide receiver who's not catching anything, Kenny Galladay, for the first half of the year. I mean, I don't mean to be like that, but that was the case. He was injured or something was going on, or I don't know what was happening. Kenny Galladay later on in the season came back and caught 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can play. Like, it's just, I don't know. I hear what you're saying.
No comment.
So, just crazy.
Yeah, man. That's what the NFL is, and I wouldn't be surprised if I see this franchise tag disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, all depends on the players now. NFLPA.
Yep, but we gonna move on now because we still talk. We don't really have more football to talk about, but there's a lot been going on in training camp. Today, I've seen one of the craziest highlights in all of training camp. Shout out George Pickens. I wasn't familiar with your game, my brother.
NFL young boy. Come on.
You were right?
He had
some great catches first
he had
year,
some
too.
crazy catches last year, right?
Yeah, he did.
But what I saw today, I'm like, bro,
over Joey Porter Jr.
Yep.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
Like I'm not trying to. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to. Like, that's an old that is a prime Odell level catch that I saw today.
Sure.
That was that catch was that crazy. And I've seen some crazy catches too. Like Garrett Wilson has been doing some crazy stuff. We had a Jets rookie today.
Yeah.
I forgot his name already. Damn. But he had a crazy catch too. Another one-hander.
Blacklock or something like that. I can't. I'm sorry.
I got it. I have it here still.
I watched that catch too. But no offense, I don't mean to criticize him, but if he takes 2 hands on it, I feel like he stays up.
Maybe you know what's funny? I think if he keeps running, he doesn't even need to one-handed.
Okay, I would agree with that too. I mean,
because I don't think the DB was getting there. If he just kept running, it would have been a sideline catch. It would have been dropped in the bucket, I think.
Yeah,
but
that's valid.
It was still a crazy catch, man.
Hey, Pittsburgh's offense. Make sure you keep a lookout for them. I think they improve. They definitely improved.
Yeah, they definitely did improve.
Kenny Pickett gets a step up. Let's see who else. Deontay Johnson takes a step up. And also NBA young boy, NFL young boy. Sorry,
guys, that division is crazy this year, and I mean the East is kind of crazy too. Like you got the Bills, Jets, and you got the Dolphins. I mean, somewhat Patriots, and then you got Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
Jason Brownlee, that's his name.
Brownlee. Oh yeah, Brownlee. Yeah. I saw the name online.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. He's good. That was a great catch.
Right, so I mean, pretty much for the Patriots training camp, what I've seen so far, Mac Jones having like some good days, bad days as well. They're using a lot of RPO, like more college system, try to make them like more used to the system because last year's offensive, some nasty work.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown flashes as well. I mean, it's a little bit inconsistent, but it's there. So a lot of good stuff. I think there's a wide receiver making some noise right now. I think his name is his last name is Douglas. I know that.
Okay.
Making some waves over there. So hey, looking decent, but we got to see how we got to see who else signs where. Dalvin Cook still needs to sign as well. Jonathan Taylor was rumored to be a location or destination for the Patriots if he's available. So
really,
yeah,
you're gonna say that? Okay.
I mean, that's what I've seen in reports. So
I mean,
I saw reports that Jonathan Taylor wasn't leaving New York without. Jonathan Taylor. Dalvin Cook wasn't leaving New York without a contract.
Did he leave?
I'm pretty sure
also, the Patriots are. I think Ezekiel Elliott also is still in town.
That's what I was going to ask you.
About sign with them. I mean, I wouldn't mind one of those 3. I mean, preferably, obviously, I'd want Jonathan Taylor over both of those guys over Kirk and Elliott. But I mean, realistically, I think Elliott is the most realistic option here. Just have as a third down back or like a veteran over the leadership because Ramondre Stevenson's still young, DJ Taylor, et cetera. So, a nice experience vet would be nice.
I don't think you need a Jonathan Taylor for real. I think Zeke is the answer for you guys because you have Ramondre already.
Yeah, I like Ramondre.
But, go ahead.
Oh no, that was it.
That was it. All right, yeah.
Wait, I gotta say something.
Go ahead.
Do you really want Zeke though?
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. It wouldn't be the worst addition. I think.
You wouldn't.
Obviously, I think we need more wide receiver help. But if Zeke is interested, it'd be a nice veteran to Ramondre, and he's a lot bigger and like bulkier than Ramondre. So if we need a goal line back or a third down back, Zeke's right there.
Did you see the Patriots?
Also, if they need the block, right there. Just oof.
Or
Yeah,
he
I don't
is a
think
good
so.
blocker. He does block. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, not when it comes to D linemen. But
Well, not as much. I mean, linebackers he's got. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yep.
in terms of other training camp news, Travis Kelsey punched somebody again.
Good.
I like that. What do
Not
you guys
today,
think
but
of
that was
that?
last week. That was last week. I mean,
Yeah,
I sent the video in the chat.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
I said something in the chat when we talked about it the other day. Travis Kelsey, he didn't get hit. It was just a late little wrap up, and he wasn't a fan of it. He punched dude in the back of the head. They had helmets on, so it's really not a big of a deal as Draymond punching Jordan Poole or Rudy punching Kyle Anderson or whatever that happened was.
Kobe
Yeah,
and Chris Childs. Oof.
yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it's still like a hey man, relax. It was that got pads on and he just wrapped you up late, like he didn't even hit you.
He's a diva.
I don't know. I guess it was the heat getting to them or something. I don't know.
For 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 me with football, I almost love that. I love when teammates just hit each other afterwards on things. Like it brings out competitiveness. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
I'm not encouraging, but like as long as nobody gets hurt, like I think it's a little bit different than the Draymond
way
Golden State
different.
Warrior thing. A little, I mean, I just because they got pads on and they know nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, and I almost would have said cut the guy if he didn't touch him, and then react to Travis Kelsey punching him. You know what I mean? Like, if this guy did absolutely nothing, like I'd be like, where his fire at? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna make a play? Are you gonna try to do something? You know what I mean? The fact that it was a late thud, I get it. You know what I mean? And like maybe don't do that. You know what I mean? Because that does lead to injury sometimes, but. I mean, I just like the fire in both of them. You
Yeah,
know
I mean,
what I mean?
also Travis Kelsey is pretty much guaranteed a roster spot because he's
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
I don't know who the corner or DB was that was in a fight with him, but some of these guys like training camp is their like last option pretty much
Facts.
to try to get on a team, minus last second deals. So maybe they need to show some fire or some grit.
And
Or some
it's really sad because it's sorry. I
50
totally cut you off. I just had the thought pop into my head. I'm sorry.
Right, go ahead. You finish it.
But I was gonna say, like, it's really sad because it's not even like these guys aren't good enough to be on NFL rosters. It's just that they're very limited spots.
Yep. 52,
Like, there's
right?
32 teams, 53 spots, right?
53, yeah.
Like, we're doing the math here.
A lot.
That's 1,696 spots, and like that's a fraction of who's in college football for real. And
Practice squad as well.
yeah, I mean, but there's only like 7 people on the practice squad.
Yep.
So if we add 7 times 32, I'm not doing more math right now, but yeah.
Yeah, anything to try to stand out to make sure you get that roster spot, it has to be done. Especially if you're a no name.
Harrison got cut by the Ravens and the Steelers like twice.
Oh, the DB?
Yeah, no, like James Harrison,
Big body James Harrison?
big
92?
body James Harrison. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
92. Like,
Damn.
who should be a Hall of Famer? Like, he had to go play in Europe for a year with the Steelers.
Hey, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. CFL's there. The USFL is there now.
XFL.
There's other options, XFL's gone, but there's
damn.
other options that you guys got to be on your get some reps in and get better. But it's really it's sad how it is, but I'm hoping for the best for you guys. But in other training camp news, let's see, Micah accidentally hit Dak today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also, Dak threw an awful pick in practice.
Dak threw 2 awful picks that I saw.
Oh, 2?
He
Damn.
threw a slant that horrible timing. It was a little behind his receiver. Receiver couldn't really got his hands on it, but couldn't really reel it in. I don't remember who the receiver was, but it ended up going into the.
Was it the one near the sideline?
No.
Oh, yeah.
But it was reminiscent of that pick that he threw against the Texans, I believe it was last year.
Yes.
Yeah, where the receiver just couldn't get his hands on it. It popped up into the DB's hand, and he took it to the house.
Absolutely.
And then Dak today, it was like a 5'8" receiver, 5'7". He was just going down the slide line.
Yeah, it's coach's son.
Coach, okay.
Sorry, I think coach's one of the coach's sons for sure. Because he's like 5'5". He's running back Kyler Murray pretty much.
No, not that running back. Is a different player.
Oh, there's another one that's short like that?
Yeah, they got some short players out there in Dallas, but he was running down the field. He was covered, and there was safety help, and Dak underthrew the ball straight to the I don't know, man. He's gonna set the league record for interceptions, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was the running back.
Other news: Jimmy G and
12.5
Max
on Price
Crosby.
Picks, by the way. Over Price Picks 12.5 for Dak interceptions this year.
Over. Jimmy G and Max Crosby got into it today for some reason. Don't know why. What else has been going down? Terry McLaurin had a crazy catch today too. Actually, I saw that earlier. Nice one. Let me see, man. I'm just looking through here.
Jaden Hyatt's been lighting up for the Giants.
I heard about Hyatt. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw I
so
saw
I
highlight
mean,
reel of him.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what happens this season. I'm excited. I don't know.
Ronald Jones suspended for 2 games.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Um.
PED.
Oh, for those who don't know,
No.
Joe Burrow's calf gave out on him last week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. There was whole lot of injuries. I think one day. I think it was Joe Burrow went
I
down,
was gonna
Garrett
say.
Wilson went down,
Yeah, sprained
Jalen
ankle.
Ramsey went down. Yeah, man. All of that happened on the same day.
What happened with
Uh,
Burrow? Did any news come out
It was
about him?
a calf strain officially.
it's
That's
just
what
calf
that's what it was.
strain.
Yeah.
He's missing. He's definitely missing the preseason. He should be back for week 1.
That's cool.
Tim Patrick, Broncos wide receiver,
Oh
complete
yeah.
tear of the Achilles, is out for the season.
Again.
Stop
2 years in a
again.
row. Yeah.
Call him
Yeah.
Clay, man. Oh my God, call him Clay. Jeez.
Alvin Kamara wants to meet with Goodell to discuss a possible suspension or his possible suspension
It'll
from that
probably be like a
2022
4
arrest.
or 5 game, maybe
Maybe,
4.
maybe 2.
Yeah, nothing huge.
Uh, Another thing that wide receivers are realizing, or not even wide receivers are realizing, I think the whole football world is realizing, when wide receivers run these little dig routes, juke routes, can't nobody can guard that for real.
Oh, can you saw Bijan Robinson do that as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like this is like he's a running back, so it's like you're seeing, like I'm starting to see like these running that little fake in out about like back out, like you can't guard that for real. I saw Jerry Judy do it the other day. It was such a nasty route, man. Kenneth Walker, strained groin.
Oof.
Uh,
Andrew Madison Madison got hurt during practice as well.
yes, saw that. Daniel Hunter, new year, 1 year, $20 million contract.
He wants to retire a Viking, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Dalvin Cook, like I said, man, he's not supposed to leave New York without a deal. I don't know if he's still here or not, but I think he's out of here with no deal. But again, we have Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Zonovan Knight.
You guys are set without him.
We're
What do you
set.
think the point of that was? Do you think the point was, hey, we're pretty set, you know what I mean? We're pretty stacked, but hey, we're gonna compete for a title. Like, do you want to join the
I
train?
think
You know what I mean? Like,
I think Dalvin Cook is a more established Brees Hall.
sure.
And there's no
Yeah.
guarantee that Brees Hall's here for the entire season. You know, torn
Sure.
ACL. We kind of want to work him back into it. So giving Dalvin a 1 year is
Sure.
giving Brees Hall a chance to really just take his time and get healthy and let Dalvin play.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. And I'm here for it. But
And I think they'll continue that with other people too. Like I think Michael Carter will get more carries, even though I don't, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. He shouldn't get. I don't, you know what I mean.
Yeah, man.
I think things will progress.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Shoney Michelle retired as well.
PlayStation.
Yeah, he had 5 years. I think he has 2 rings.
Yep, one with the
So
Patriots, one with the Rams.
so I ain't mad at that. 2 rings, 5 years, man. That's what, 40%?
Yep, Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, man. Wish you well
Did
in
he win in
retirement.
Georgia?
No.
Maybe
No, they
not.
didn't. I think that was
That was
before
before
Georgia
Georgia started winning.
won. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
But,
He's part of a talent running back group too. There.
Yeah, but shout out Sony Michelle. Wish you well in retirement, and
Yes.
I hope everything works out for you, man. Hope you get what you want. Next up, we're actually gonna. There's nothing going on in the NBA. Sorry, everybody's training for the FIBA World Cup right now. There's nothing going on. So Phil got a few games for us for NBA and basketball. I'm sorry, there's a fly.
Gotcha.
But
So,
Phil's taking over now.
gotcha.
Okay.
So, probably the quickest one out the way. We're probably gonna do the Family Feud one first. So it's gonna be John versus Elijah. There was a survey of 100 NBA players taken around like April 2023. I think we talked about it prior. Same Family Feud rules, but I think instead of 3 strikes, it'll probably be 2 strikes to get things going a lot faster.
Okay, sure.
So, let's see. Hold on. Do you want to do buzzer words, or do you want to say just let someone else go first and then you answer? Hold on. I'm just gonna pull it up. Let's see.
I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what we're supposed to know.
Don't worry. Elijah doesn't know either. It's fair game.
I'm fine doing buzzer words. I'm sorry, I was chewing.
Okay. To say who goes first. Elijah, what's your buzzer word?
Yeah.
John.
Wait, what do you mean by buzzwords? We just say
You know how you do like in Family Feud, like you have to hit the buzzer first to get an answer, like to get like first pick of the thing.
Sure. Okay.
So
So
what would you want your
Elijah
buzzer
got,
to be?
yeah, I got I don't fucking know. Give me it. Got it.
Yo,
Me.
yo,
Me.
yo, me?
I'll say yo. Yo be yo. It'll be
Yo?
yo.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay,
Yo.
so Elijah versus John. The first round will be. Let me know what you see the screen.
I see it.
The
Most
first
over-
round would be most overrated player. So 100. Well, I kind of did the math and tried to round it everything so close as possible. So out of 100 NBA players, most overrated player they thought in their opinion for like last year. So this off of last year.
Shit.
Everything's single, so everything's worth the single amount of points. No doubles, no nothing for this round. So I'm gonna say go 1, 2, 3, go, and then whoever said the buzzer word first can get the first answer, and then obviously the higher answer gets to play the board or pass it. So 3, 2, 1.
Yo.
John, first answer.
I'll pass.
Oh, pass. Elijah, you get to play.
Okay, give me RJ Barrett.
Okay. RJ Barrett should be here. 5 points, RJ Barrett. Okay. Elijah, go again.
Give me Jalen Green.
Jalen Green is not on the board. That's 1X.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, this is of April 2023. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Yeah, one more X, Elijah, and then it's John's turn to steal. So if John gets it, he gets whatever points is left with combined, and then I reveal the board, obviously.
Give me
Most overrated.
Pascal.
Pascal Siakam is on the board. I believe he's number 3.
Nice.
Yep, Pascal Siakam, number 3. 20 points on the board right now. 1 strike left.
Give me Dylan Brooks.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, he was on the list, but he was not one of the top 7 answers. That is your second X, Elijah.
All right. Cool.
John, 20 boards to steal, 20 points to steal. You just need one. One out of the 5 remaining.
1 out of the 5 remaining. Okay. Ooh, I'm stuck between a couple. Give me Randall on the Knicks.
Is Julius Randle on the board? Let's see. And I believe he is. He's number 2.
Hey, look at that.
There we go. So the 20 on the board plus that 40 points for John to start off round 1. So let's update the board real quick. 40 points for John. And the rest of the first round was, I'll just read them off. Number 1, any guesses?
James Harrison.
James Harden.
James Harden. Thank you. Harden. Thank you.
Number 1.
I feel like it's
Trae Young.
I knew it too.
Really?
I knew he was. I knew it. I knew it. I should have said it.
Okay. Number 4. Jimmy Butler.
Really?
Yep. Number 5. Rudy Gobert.
Okay. Should have been
And
higher, but
number 6, a fan favorite of me and Elijah, Jaren Jackson Jr.
wow.
Those were your top 7. Yeah, this is just random ass black space just to fill in the board. So next up,
go ahead. I think Trae Young gets way too much slander.
He does, yes,
He
absolutely.
does get all the slander.
I think Jaren Jackson Jr. gets way too much slander.
Absolutely. Okay. So next round, same concept, both buzzwords again. Who is the best defender? And this is
Oh, my fault. I forgot.
Damn, I didn't even say go. Best NBA defender according to NBA players. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yo.
Elijah, you want to pass or play?
I want to play.
Okay. Give me one name. Best defender according to NBA players.
Kawhi.
That is 1X. He's not on the top 6, surprisingly. These are NBA players saying that. This is crazy. He's not on the top 6.
Anthony Davis.
He is not on the top 6 either, according to NBA
Crazy.
players.
This is crazy.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yo,
John, who you got?
give me Draymond Green.
If Draymond's on this
Draymond's
freaking
not on
list,
the top 6?
According to NBA players, he's not.
Okay, well, I got
Oh,
one more try, right?
Yeah.
Give me Rudy Gobert.
Not
He's not there either? What? All right, go ahead. Elijah, your
So,
turn.
all right,
Elijah,
give
let's get
me
back to your turn.
Mikhail.
He's not on there.
Let me
Yo,
go
this
next.
is hilarious, bro.
Let me go next.
These are how NBA players think. This is according to them.
Let me go.
Give me Marcus Smart.
Smart is on the board. Yeah, it's 2. So yeah, we're starting here. Marcus Smart is on the board. Thank God he is. If he wasn't, I would have cried. He is number 4. 15 points for Elijah. Who we got next, Elijah? Yeah,
Jimmy.
you got one more.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's not there. So second X. So John to steal.
All right, to steal. Give me
There's 5.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh my gosh, bro.
He's not on the list. Elijah
That's
Elijah gets the double points.
Wait, don't I get another try or no?
That was a steal. No, that was a
Okay,
steal.
damn.
So Elijah, that was a double round. So Elijah gets 30 points. So it's 40 to 30.
Giannis isn't
Wait, what
on the
if I-
list either.
Wait,
bro.
what if I couldn't just pass and just give him 15?
No, if you got it wrong, that means he gets the double points no matter what. It was a double point round.
Yo,
Who's on this? Who's on this?
Who's
damn-
on this list?
Who's on
I
this
bet
list?
Giannis
bro?
Antetokounmpo. Should
So
have been a steal by now.
number
Should be killed
1.
Elijah.
This is crazy. Yeah,
This is
I'm
crazy.
listen, guys. I saw
I
the
feel
list.
disrespected.
I saw the list. I'm just as surprised as you guys. So number 1,
I don't believe you.
Drew Holiday.
Okay, fine.
Number 2 is going to surprise you. Lou Dort.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll
There's a
send you
million people I would have picked over Lou Dort to play defense. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that.
number 3, Milwaukee's own Brook Lopez.
Yo, we got 2 Milwaukee players, but not Giannis. Are we
That's
serious
crazy, right?
now? Are we serious?
Number 5, Bam Adebayo,
I should have went.
and number 6,
Jimmy's not on this list. Anthony Davis is not.
Jalen McDaniels. According to NBA players, reminder.
That's crazy.
Oh,
All right.
after 2 rounds, it's 40 to 30, and the next one, this is the last round. Who in the league would you least like to fight?
Okay.
So, I'll give the 1, 2, 3 go, and you guys can do the buzzer words in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Elijah, we pass or play?
Pass.
John, you got 2 picks.
Okay, give me
What's your first
Draymond
one?
Green. Draymond Green.
Draymond is not on the list. That's an X.
Well, okay then. Fight.
Yeah, who in the league would you least like to fight? Like, who would you not want to fight?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's not on the list.
Okay, Elijah, you can still go.
Elijah, steal.
James Johnson.
Well, damn.
This is a stupid game, Phil. What?
That's number
Johnson
1.
is on the list. Oh, he is number 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's number
well,
1 on the
that's a
list.
steal.
Surprisingly,
Congrats on the steal.
out of all the NBA players, that's number 1.
James Johnson, really?
Yep.
Not even what's his face from Miami?
Who? Udonis?
Yeah.
He's on the list. He's
Oh,
lower.
is he? Oh, okay.
But I already steal, so I won.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
round.
So 35
Yeah.
times 3, 105 points for Elijah.
Okay, well.
So, and then we're just gonna do a fast cash round, just cause.
That's all right. I
105.
already lost.
Okay, so we'll have Elijah do the fast cash round.
How do you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Elijah,
we
you
see the
won.
rest of that
You
list?
go,
Oh yeah, versus list. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember like James. They were saying like James Johnson. They were saying, was it Tyler Hansborough? No,
Here, I'm gonna repeat it right now.
Zach Randolph.
Steven Adams, number 2. Joel Embiid, number 3. Haslam, number 4. Giannis, number 5.
I
And
should've had
Admiral
Embiid.
Schofield, random ass name,
I
number
would have
6.
never gotten James Johnson, but I should have picked Embiid.
Yeah.
Bro, they gave a list out actually a while ago.
Yep. We talked about it. Remember? Okay. So Elijah, fast cash round. I'm going to give you 5 questions. You're going to have, I'll say, maybe like 30, 45 seconds to answer them. And we'll see how many points you get.
Okay.
Okay. So let me pull that up real quick. Okay. So fast cash round right here. Okay. So first up, most underrated player.
Most underrated player.
Yep. According to NBA players.
You got a timer on this?
Yeah. Oh, John, can you do a timer for me? Actually,
Yeah.
put it at 45 seconds. I think 45 seconds is fair. Oh,
Okay.
as soon as John says go, you can give the name.
All right, bet.
Ready, set, go.
Okay. Most underrated player in the NBA.
Jalen, what's his name? Jalen Brunson.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Coach you would least want to play for.
Coach I at least want to play for. What's
Timer's
the,
on
what's the
thing.
Celtics coach name? No offense.
Uh,
No, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd.
okay. Next one. Coach you would most want to play for.
Pop.
Okay. And next one. Arena with the best fans.
American Airlines, Miami.
And last one. Arena with the worst fans.
Utah.
Okay. There it is. Oh,
That's
right on
it.
the buzzer. Okay. So.
It's probably Boston for that last one. I kind of want to change my pop answer to Spo, but it's too late.
Okay. So the first one. Most underrated. You said Jalen Brunson. That was one of the people.
How much
Drew-
did he win?
15. Okay.
15 points. So Drew
What's the
Holiday,
goal?
SGA.
What's the goal here? 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Coach you would least want to play for. Jason Kidd, I don't believe was on the roster. Thibodeau was number 1. Steven Silas for the Rockets last year. Doc Rivers. Oh no, Kidd was 5th. So yes, that's 10 points.
Yeah, 25 points.
25
25.
points.
Okay. It's not bad.
Coach you would most want to play for.
I know Pop is up there, bro.
He got
Gotta be top
he is.
three.
He's number 1 actually.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Pop
I'm
35.
glad I didn't say Spo. Whew.
Yeah.
So that puts me at 60 points.
60 points.
60 points. We need a
40
clutch
points.
2 answers from here. You said for arena with the best fans. Miami, correct?
Yeah, I said Miami.
Surprisingly, they were not on the list.
Fuck.
Oh,
Celtics, Kings, Warriors, Knicks, Sixers, and OKC.
Man, for me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Miami and OKC do have the 2 best arenas. Like,
Miami, I heard was very good. I'm surprised they weren't on this list. I'm guessing players don't like Miami. And the last one.
if Utah's number 1, you have to give me. Okay, they're not.
Okay,
Charlotte
I agree with that.
Charlotte is.
Well, yes, it is. Yes, they are. Charlotte. I'm surprised you didn't go with Charlotte.
Okay, the Jazz are 4th though, so I got 75 points.
75
75
points.
points. It's respectable.
So hey, there is your family feud round. There it is, right there. Family feud game.
Look at you.
Yeah. So this was off of the Players Tribune 100 anonymous NBA player survey. These are your answers. Crazy, right?
Crazy. Insanely crazy.
I understand, I guess.
Okay. And then our last activity of the day is going to be a nice little grid challenge. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up right here. We're not going for rarity. We're going for completing the grid. Here is today's. The third bracket will throw you off. I'm not going to lie to you. I just saw it before we started. Let me know when you see it.
Will it?
Absolutely. It's going to throw a lot of people off.
What does that say? 0, 3-point attempts.
Where is 0, 3-point
Oh,
attempts? It's
beautiful.
crazy.
Okay.
So, obviously, the job here, work as a team and try to fill out the board best we can. So, anyone got any ones just off?
I got one.
I got one
Okay.
too.
Go ahead, John.
Okay, go, John.
Dennis Rodman, Chicago Bulls, 0 3-point attempts in the season.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. There he is. Oh, he has attempted a 3 in a season, actually.
Damn it.
At least every season he's played.
Every season he's played one.
Oh, damn.
Sorry about it. Sorry about it, guys.
I know, good. We don't get penalized, so we're good.
Okay, cool.
So let's go with something simple here. Give me Warriors, 76ers, Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala. Nice. Um,
So you got one? You want me to go?
actually, I'm gonna go Charlotte's, Hornets, and Knicks. Jeremy Lin.
Oh damn it! I was gonna do that for the Warriors. Put a good one.
Oh,
Yeah, don't do that. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, do it for the
Use-
Knicks.
Yeah, use him
Gotcha.
there.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking because like
Ah,
less people think that.
So put Kemba Walker in the Hornets.
Yeah, I like
That works.
that. And then Derrick Rose.
And Knicks Bulls.
ah. Did Tyson Chandler play for the Knicks ever?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Can we try Tyson?
When
Sure,
did he
you
play for the
try Tyson.
Bulls?
When he played for
He
did
played
play for
young,
1 year.
like young.
One
All right,
year.
Oh.
don't put Tyson Chandler.
Okay.
Because put Derrick Rose there.
Okay.
Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Tyson Chandler in that Bulls 0 3-point attempt shot.
Ah.
Yeah. Wait. Are you sure? Yeah,
It
probably.
works. Hey,
It
and
does
it's
work.
and,
Hey.
and it's hella rare. There we go.
Nice.
Damn. Andrew Bogut ever attempted 3 in his career?
I think he has.
Yeah, he has.
But
Andres
put it-
Biedrins,
try-
maybe?
I would do it. I would do
Okay.
Bogut. I would do Bogut.
Bogut. Hold on, let me try Biedrins. I think that might be a little bit more rare. Hold on, Andres Biedrins. Let me see. Oh, 8.3. That works. Okay.
All right,
I think
so
Bogut would have been more well known.
for Hornets, put Al Jefferson.
Oh, did he? I felt like he shot threes.
Put Al Jefferson.
Try him. There's got to be one season he didn't.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, for one season. Ah,
Yeah, for one season.
okay. So we need Sixers and Bulls and Sixers and Hornets. Sixers and Hornets.
That's rough.
Sixers and Bulls.
Jimmy Butler.
No, yep, there it is.
That is a super, yeah.
It's
That's gonna be
easy.
super.
I
That's
mean,
yeah.
I mean, you want to think of somebody else?
Except,
It is
no,
what
we're
it
good.
is.
Wait,
It is
we're
what
here
it
to fill the
is.
board. We're not here to play rarity.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. You don't know.
No, not Parker.
I couldn't tell you if I wanted to.
Wait. McDaniel is one of the McDaniels
What
boys.
about Mutombo?
No, I don't think he ever played for the Hornets.
Did he play for the Hornets?
I think
Jalen,
Jalen, right?
the one who plays for Minnesota is the one that played for Hornets.
Oh, damn. Larry Johnson did not. Did Doc Rivers never played for both? Del Curry, no.
Did Landry Fields play for the Hornets?
No.
No?
I think he only played for the Knicks and Raptors, I believe.
Oh,
off the top of my head.
okay, my bad. Sorry about that.
Corver?
No, Corver didn't play for
No.
the Hornets.
No, the Hornets.
I'm trying to think of this guy's name. He was a point guard. Not Ish Smith. Yeah, Ish Smith.
Oh, I mean, he did play for a lot of teams. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, there we go. Perfect.
Bang. Nice.
So, hey, there it is. Kemba, Ish, Al, Rose, Butler, Chandler, Lynn, Iggy, and Andres Biedrins. Hey, there it is. Nice. That's probably the fastest we got a grid done.
You see that point guard? That straight point guard right down the
Oh, yeah, straight point guard.
Look at all the they couldn't make anything happen with.
Hey,
Kemba
man, this could be a real NBA roster.
Yeah, could be.
Oof. I mean, hey, Al Jefferson back in the day. Oof.
He was nice.
And you slot him at the 4 and put Tyson Chandler in his prime at the 5? Ooh.
Ooh. Defensively, Tyson Chandler was such a good. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Now, in this portion of the podcast, we're actually going to have John take over.
Hi, guys.
And John's going to tell you guys what we're about to do while I go get something to drink.
Right now, we'll be talking about Phil. What gaming series did you play this on?
Oh, the NBA 2K league. That's on PS5.
We'll be talking about the NBA 2K League on PS5 with my boy Phil He and my boy E competing in the finals like I predicted. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just a while ago. Bring it back. I called it. Right. So basically awesome. The best part about this is now I get to ask them questions on what do we think this game's gonna look like? Who's gonna do what? What are we gonna do? How are they gonna do it? Or
wait, give me 1 second. Keep talking. Give me 1 second.
I mean, we got people taking breaks to get drinks here, so I mean, they're trying to re-energize. They're trying to, really work for it. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We've been really trying these different 2K leagues and different gamer channel things. Phil's been trying them for our YouTube channel. So, I mean, it's exciting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We might have to cut this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk for this whole time. So we'll be taking a quick commercial break.
I don't need no commercial break.
Phil left too. Look at this. Had me talking all by myself. Look, now he's back.
Yeah.
Good.
He put
Wait,
on his-
ad placement. There you go.
Okay.
Just like the conferences, ad placement.
Okay. So now that we have props, we'll begin our press conference with the two finalists.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Are we both ready?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. You're both saying yes. So sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. Whenever you want to start. Whoever.
All right. Welcome to our NBA 2K press conference. Phil versus Elijah. I think we'll start with Elijah, because that used to be a saying. So, Elijah, what tell us about your journey here. Tell us what happened. Tell us who you vanquished on your way to come beat Phil's ass.
Crazy.
Let's go.
I just want to say everybody counted me out. That's the crazy part.
They did. They did count you out, Elijah. Tell us about it. Tell us about your underdog
I
story.
was counted out in round 1 by my opponent. Actually, that's the crazy part.
It's crazy.
One person who had never counted me out, John, was rooting for me the whole time.
That's right, I was.
One other person who was rooting for me the whole time, who actually hates Phil, is TJ. So,
I wish him
Yo.
happy birthday too. Damn.
Yo.
That was hard.
yeah. Why is he interrupting me while I'm talking?
I don't know. Phil, it's Elijah's time.
Crazy,
Sorry
man.
about that.
Conor
Sorry about
McGregor
that,
does
Elijah.
all the time. Okay.
Hey,
What I'm
hey,
saying
hey.
is everyone counted me out, man. And I'm humble. I shouldn't be here right now.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm happy to be here. And at the end of the day, I do get to face my worthy co-host here, Phil. Who we did play before he beat me, but things can change. But yeah, that's my journey here. I swept my opponent in the first round.
Amazing.
Second round I lost game 1 and then won the next 4, run them off. And
Off
then
the court.
last series was a 7-game series. We gutted it out, and we here.
Okay. Nice. Glad to see you show up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome.
Sure.
Welcome.
Sir,
Thank you, Elijah. All right, now
Yeah.
Phil, tell us about your story, Phil. What happened? How'd you get here?
I mean, I was the number 2 seed, I believe. I'm one of the heavy favorites coming in because
Sure.
based off my skill set, my history, my resume, John. You know my resume.
He breathes
Very
2K.
stacked. Yes.
Yeah. That's what he does on Saturdays.
First round sweep, second round sweep, third round sweep.
Wow.
I mean,
So you swept everything.
yeah, we're going for Lakers history here.
Got you.
Yeah, we're
Got
going
you.
for history. Yeah, I
No.
mean, pretty much there was no one. TJ was probably my toughest test because I think both games were close, like to the third quarter, but then fourth quarter, I knew who I was, and then I activated God mode. So yeah,
Wow.
that
Did
happened,
he
so
just say know who? Okay, interesting. You said God mode.
I remembered who I was, and fourth quarter, I had to turn up, plain and simple. But
Gotcha.
I mean, after that, sweep, and now we're in the finals as predicted.
Okay, so since you predicted all that and you did all that, how do you see these finals coming out from your side?
It wouldn't be right if I didn't complete the journey. I got to complete the story. Another sweep, 4 straight sweeps.
You're predicting a sweep. Interesting.
We talked earlier, John, as you may have known.
A little bit.
I predicted a sweep for the Supersonic series, and I'm doing the same thing with the Honolulu team. It's going to be another sweep. I wouldn't expect
Hold on a second. Thank you very much for that part of the interview. Real quick, Elijah, this man has come across the screen and he said he's going to sweep you. You have any words? Anything to say to him?
nah, man. Just let him talk.
Got you.
I don't like going back and forth. First of all, I don't like going back and forth with people.
Got you.
Okay, people gonna have their own opinions, and opinions are assholes. Everybody got one.
Everyone got one.
And most people don't think it stink.
They all stink.
But you know what? We're gonna see how it plays out for real. This is a 7-game series. It's a long series, so
you're saying automatically it will not be a sweep.
listen. It could be a sweep. I could sweep him.
Okay.
You never know.
I like the
But
confidence.
what we're
I like
gonna
the
do here,
confidence.
what I'm gonna do, what my game plan is for this whole series,
Okay, I want to
we
hear it.
taking it one game at a time
One game at a time.
because that's the only way to get through.
Gotcha.
I can't sit here and focus on game 4, not losing game 4 when I haven't even played game 1 yet.
That's absolutely right. It's a journey. It didn't even start it yet. Understandable. Good to know. All right. Can I ask what time will this matchup or the start of the matchup start? When will you have your first game? Do we have a time and place set up?
Time and place is when I'm ready.
Okay. All right. When Elijah's ready. Interesting.
This is hinging on me. Okay.
I completely
Gotcha.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
First of all, I run this.
So you can play at 2 a.m. if you want.
If we want to play at 2 a.m., if he's not available at 2 a.m., that's a forfeit.
Ooh, that'd be one loss. All right. Interesting.
Now hear
That's
me
crazy,
out.
that's
Hear me
wild.
out. Hear me out though.
Hearing you out.
I'm not gonna be awake at 2 a.m. anyway.
That's right. That's
Absolutely, I was
That's
say,
right.
damn,
I'm
Joe,
just
that's a
asking.
random ass number. That's
I'm
a
just
random ass
asking.
time.
Well, it could be 2
Yeah.
p.m. too. All right.
Joe,
Relax.
that's my editing
I,
time. That's
I
why.
just, I mean, sometimes I like to edit 2 a.m. It's a very nice, peaceful time. You never know.
It
But
is.
what I'm saying is like, I just wanted to know if you guys planned that out yet, or if it was talked between the competitors, for the audience. You know
The
what I mean?
series will start within the next 2 days,
Okay, interesting.
and we should
Gotcha.
have 2 games done, or at least 3 games done before the next podcast. We are playing the full 7 games.
Gotcha. Phil, did you wear your Keith Haring shirt to state you're an artist and you will do what you need to do with this series? Is that why you changed into that shirt?
I wore,
Keith Haring
yeah,
was an artist?
I wanted to change in the shirt and the glasses just to show. I'm looking for this to be a quick series, and we're gonna go celebrate and party after. I mean,
Gotcha.
we already got our flight to Miami booked.
Gotcha. It's
day-
already booked.
Yeah,
Wow.
the game where it's supposed to be game 5, that's where we have our flight scheduled. So
Understandable.
we're ready to party and celebrate our championship.
We'll see if you make that flight. Elijah, I see you have a belt there. Would you like to expand upon why you brought the belt on, or what the belt stands for?
Here's the funny thing.
Mhm.
I don't need props, man.
Oh, you don't even need props. Understandable. My
I'm
bad.
comfortable. I'm comfortable in who I am.
I like that,
Who
especially
I am
with
as
the
a
hat
2K
on.
player.
That's right.
Who I am as a person.
I see you.
He's a great
Who I am
person.
as a battler.
Great person. He is a great
Okay.
person. You
Who I
do
am
battle.
as a musician. My identity is secure. You feel
You
me?
do jam. I will say that. You jam out. It's crazy.
So I don't need nothing for real.
Gotcha.
I got it because I knew Phil was gonna get something. Like I knew, like he's extra, man, and we appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that he's like this, and I did this just because you know what? I'm gonna show him that it's not hard to put on props and costumes. It's not hard to
Okay.
act like somebody you're not.
Okay. All right.
But like
It's not hard to
said,
act like something you're not.
it's not
Understandable.
hard to act. I could go on vacation right now and say, "Hey, I was just got cut from the Jets training camp team," and people will believe me because they don't really know better. Okay? It's
Sure.
not hard to act.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in what I know I can do, and like I said, I ain't.
Oh, can I rebuttal to that, John?
I don't know what there's a rebuttal to, but sure. If you feel, if you,
I
like
mean,
to tune in,
this
say
is the key rebuttal. Like, pretend something I'm not. I like the rebuttal towards that. I mean,
okay.
John, you know my resume. I mean,
somewhat.
I'm
I
not
You're
gonna.
not
pretend
undefeated.
I'm not. I mean, I've obviously lost. I've lost games. Don't get me wrong.
You have.
But
Man.
championships have been won.
You
I mean,
have.
I haven't lost in the playoffs for a reason. Number 2 seed. I mean, I was only a number 2 seed because random ass sim fucked up the number 1 seed for me. So
Playoff
it is
time
what
is
it is.
serious time for you. Let's
But
be
hey,
honest.
playoff time is work time for me, and I'm here to do my job, nothing else.
Gotcha. So
So
series won't be done until
I am who advertised.
okay. You are what is advertised. Interesting.
Absolutely.
Elijah says you're not
This is
interested.
the first
That's
three
It's
series.
funny because like Phil, like he's not like this for real. If we're being honest, like is Phil not one of the most humble people you know, John?
He is pretty humble most of the
So
time.
why? Like I don't understand why he's acting.
Except
Like
when it comes to 2K, it's very not humble. He's very anti-humble when it comes to 2K.
okay,
It's very-
fair enough.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
If anyone knows this, John would definitely know.
Can I ask you a question? Will it get disrespectful in this? Will there be a little some 2K wise in this series? Is there anything, you know what I mean?
From my side, honestly, probably trash talk because we're both
Okay.
very competitive people, but we both respect each other at the same time. We're both co-hosts on the same show. We both have a deep respect for each other. So obviously, there's gonna be trash talk, but we're gonna keep it, nice, calm level.
That's what's up.
Here's my thing. I don't like the trash talk. So if Phil wants to talk, he can do that.
Got you.
I like, especially when it comes to 2K, when it comes to anything, like any type of competition. I'm not a trash talker.
Got you.
I just like to get in that ring or get on that game do me, be the best I could be, and as long as I know I'm giving my 110, 115, 120, 150, 200, 300%, bro. I'm fine with
Gotcha.
the outcome. If I lose, I lose.
Got you.
As long as I gave it everything I got, I'm cool with I'm confident with myself, and I can lay my head on my pillow. As long as you know,
Yep.
I gave you everything I had.
That's great. And it's gonna be a great series. It's gonna be a great matchup.
Any questions about our rosters? Damn.
I mean, if you like to talk about rosters or matchup, we can get into that as well.
Yeah, just one last
couple
question
more
or two,
questions?
like
All right,
like
cool,
probably
cool.
last two, and then we're good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, can you tell me who you have on your rosters? Any key players that you're looking to either enforce or shut down on other teams? Can we talk into that?
I'll let you go first, Mr. 2 seed.
I mean,
Who do you have? Who's your top three players?
As Elijah may know, I have most of the Celtics roster.
Okay.
So I mean, besides Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, etc. So I mean, I have Tyrese Haliburton. Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I have my MVP of the season has been. I have two MVPs, obviously. Tyrese Haliburton and Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. was my first pick overall, and I got laughed at by some people in the league for having me my first round pick.
Who do you shoot the most threes with?
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart, OG Anunoby has been a huge unsung hero throughout the season. Clutch threes, especially against Philadelphia. He's made a lot of important threes and a lot of important moments, so definitely an unsung hero there. But usually my main three, probably just to try to match up with Elijah's team, Haliburton, JJJ to protect the paint and passing lanes, and Marcus Smart to be that all-around effort guy, like I know he is. What Boston will miss next year. So
yeah. Elijah, who are your three best players on your team?
My three best players just so happen to be Mikal Bridges, Darius Garland, and Yusef Nurkic overall wise, but playing wise, Cam Johnson definitely.
Okay.
One of my best players. I know how Phil likes to play, man. He likes to get in tight, suck the D in, and then kick it out for three.
He does.
And and that's how he likes to play. So I know I gotta really be careful. I gotta be wary of Tyrese Haliburton. I gotta watch Marcus Smart. But one thing I do know about this league, Phil doesn't have Tatum. Phil loves using Jason Tatum in this game.
He does.
He does, and he doesn't have Tatum. And I remember last time me and Phil actually played a game, he went crazy with Tatum. Tatum had an insane amount of threes. Jaylen Brown was hooping. You feel me? Malcolm Brogdon was hooping. Marcus Smart was hooping, but he don't have those guys. He only got Marcus.
Gotcha.
So Marcus, Al, Derek White.
Those are his Celtics, but I gotta make sure I'm keeping them in check and making him beat me with. I don't want him to beat me with Haliburton either, but like Jaren Jackson Jr. You feel me?
Yeah.
I gotta make him beat me with all these other guys. But as for me, this is a team that I'm not like I play with. I could play with everybody here comfortably, man. Mikal Bridges. When I played Phil, when the last time I played Phil, we played a regular play now game. I used the Nets. He used the Celtics. I had Mikal. I had Cam. Okay, so I'm comfortable with these guys.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Last question, John, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, last question.
Who's modding here? You or John? Let John do his thing.
I know, right? I mean, I was trying to wrap this up before just so it wasn't the longest press conference ever, but now since you want me to add a question, I can add questions on. All right.
John, add all the questions you want, man.
Also,
it's going to be a separate segment anyway.
Thank you.
YouTube loves 10 minutes or more videos. That's why I figured it out through research. So, yeah.
So do your thing, John.
Okay, cool. All right.
Good, John. Continue.
For another
my apologies, by the way.
Thank you. All right. So another question. Is there a player that all right, well, we're not going to get into too specific of details because then it's not going to happen ever. But like, is there a player that one of you knows that the other is like going to use when it comes to the last second shot?
Oh,
let me ask you a question.
Last second shot.
Yeah.
That's a good question, John.
Thank you.
That's a great question, honestly, man. And for me, I'd say it's either going to be Haliburton or Anunoby.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a wide open catch and shoot, it's going to be Smart.
Gotcha.
So
Could be that. Phil, what do you think about your opponent?
I'm thinking Cam because I've seen him. I've studied the film. We did a lot of film study over here on our side. I think he shoots the best with Cam Johnson, and if he's wide open, catch and shoot, Cam Johnson's going to let it fly. He has the best release with him.
Gotcha.
So
all right,
we got to make sure we keep our eyes on Cam.
Now, I like that question because it had to do with your other team. So I'm going to ask you another question that has to do with your opponent. Is there one player that you want to take away no matter what? Is there one player, you know what I mean?
Halliburton.
Halliburton for you? Okay. What about you?
You know what? Probably Cam. 'Cause I think he played the best with Cam.
Okay. Understandable. Good call. All right. Last thing. What are you going to do after you celebrate? After you win, what are you going to do? We're going to start with Elijah, and then we'll go to Phil.
Back to work, man. Back in
All
the gym.
right, back to work. Game not over. I like the
Listen,
coach.
I don't care if we get a chip or not, man. The grind doesn't stop.
Understandable. Phil, what about you?
I mean, like I said previously, said we have our flight booked and everything.
Got you to Miami.
Well, to Miami, but we're also making a pit stop in PA, Pennsylvania. So I'm guessing it'll probably be done by then as well. So hey, we're gonna
Why don't we do something? Game 7, if it gets there. PA.
What happens if we go to a game 5? Because Phil doesn't think it will even get to a game 5. So if it goes to a game 5, what do we have in bet wise? Can we make a bet?
I got something.
All right,
what
do you got?
If it goes to 5, you know what? Because I actually want to do the ice bucket challenge, so I won't even do that. But we're taking away that face paint.
Fine.
So if it's a 5-game series, either way, the face paint goes away.
Yep.
And if it stays, it's all 4-game series.
I will do it week 1, whether the Jets win or lose.
The podcast post week 1.
Yes.
Deal. Yeah, I'm cool with that. That is fine with me. Red, white, and blue. At post week 1.
No, wait, whoa. That's Bills colors. Technically, that's a no.
Yep. I mean, it was a Bills bet.
Oh, it's a Bills bet.
Remember, he said the Bills will win the Super Bowl, and then that's a bet. Yeah.
Got you. Damn, Elijah, you gotta do that to yourself. That sucks.
But hey,
all right,
bro, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm confident in myself, and
understandable. I'm confident in you too. Let's see it happen.
I mean, just last words.
Last words.
I mean, like I said, outside of this, Elijah's one of my top 2 people to talk to. Great guy, great person. I can't say a bad thing about him.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I'm just hoping after this we can do more products together, or what products, other missions we have in mind. So hey, we got a lot after this. So I'm looking forward to work with him even more after this game.
Oh, that's so sweet, Elijah.
There's humbleness.
It's nice humbleness.
Last words?
Yeah, last words.
We already know whose game it is.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. All right. Well, that was our interview. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna clip this right here, right, Phil?
Yep.
All right.
After tuning. Okay, good. We're all set.
Yep.
Okay. So hey, that's the podcast. Hey, under a minute, hour 15. Hey, nice little quick podcast. A little bit over an hour. That's cool. Last words before I head out.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Elijah.
I got something.
If this doesn't go to 5 games, don't be surprised if Phil loses an extra draft pick.
Ooh.
You got commissioner powers. Remember that.
All right.
I also have the power to remove commissioner powers as well.
That's why there are checks and balances.
What did Roman Reigns say? I'm head and shoulders above everyone else. I run this shit. Whatever. The little promo. The one with him and Logan Paul. That promo. So.
All right. So those are your last words.
Also, hey, check in. We got a lot of extra stuff coming out of content, gaming wise. 2K and Madden's coming out. Madden's coming out in 2 weeks, so a lot of Madden content coming out soon. We got some other video game content coming out, reactions, predictions, etc., etc.
Nice.
Yeah, just check out all their content. Like and podcast channels here. We're gonna have a lot of other stuff here too. I got some ideas I want to try out on the podcast channel, so tune into that.
Nice.
Yeah. My last words actually are just get money and drink water, y'all.
Nice.
Classic.
My last words. I want to talk about the Mets for a second. Man,
did I tell you? I told you they should Verlander.
I don't want to talk about it.
I told you.
Don't even talk about me as the Verlander trade right now. I'm annoyed. All right,
go off.
Billy Epner. All right, let me just say something. You are selling. That means you are rebuilding. No offense, but you are. All right, you don't sell off your starting 2 pitchers, even though they're doing semi good, semi bad. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're having a shaky start to the season. You know what I mean? You don't sell off your 2 crowning jewels and still say you're going to compete for a championship. There are a lot of angry and frustrated Mets fans. I'm also annoyed we traded Tommy Pham. I really like Tommy Pham. Now I don't have Tommy Pham on my team anymore. So, I mean, we bought prospects. That's what we bought into. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with Acuna Jr. and all these other prospects we got for these guys. But I mean, you can't say you're not going to sell off your setup man who this year's your closer because your closer got injured in like the first 2 weeks of the season to then like your starting pitcher requests a trade and then you just have to trade everybody off because you're not going to compete this year or you might not compete next year. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. I'm not thrilled that they bought prospects. And I mean, I don't know. We're not competing this year. Like the season's over. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, with that stacked of a division with the Marlins and the Braves and the Phillies, I mean, it's not good. So, yeah, I mean, better luck next year. I mean,
DeGrom, Verlander, and Scherzer are out in 2 years. It's crazy. All 3 of them.
No, but DeGrom.
I mean, DeGrom, we saw coming. Yeah.
The thing that's annoying. No, but like the thing that's annoying is that he could have stayed if Billy we're not even talking about Deshaun Walker. We're not even talking about like Noah Syndergaard. We're not talking about like all these big names that are still pitching in the league, you know what I mean, are not on the Mets anymore. And we had such a great farm system. We had such a great pitching staff. And now it's not there. And it's just like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, and DeGrom was your loyalty stick. It went from Mike Piazza to David Wright to Jacob DeGrom to now I guess Pete Alonso. Wonder what's going to happen to him. Hopefully he doesn't get traded too. You never freaking know at this point.
Deadline is passed, so you're good for now.
Well, no, good for now. But what I'm saying is like you never know what happens in the
offseason. Yeah, yeah.
Like especially with Billy Epner, who's like doesn't want to pay people and then wants to pay people a lot of money to then not stay. And like, of course, Scherzer is not as loyal as DeGrom. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know. It's a giant headache. And like there's this Barstool guy named Frank the Tank who I do not like. I know you're talking about. I think he overreacts way too much. He's a Dolphins fan too.
I know you're talking about the big guy.
Yeah. So he overreacts way too much, and I really
absolutely
like I overreact like that, and I get what he comes from, but he goes to that place every 5 seconds they start losing, so that's why I don't like him. But what he had to say about the Mets was like. Part of it was truthful. You know what I mean? Like part of his meltdown was truth. You know what I mean? And like it's almost like a sham what's happening with like the ownership or what's happening with like Billy Eicher or what's happening with you say you want to win and then you're not winning. You know what I mean? So or you sell at the deadline. It's just
or you're not doing winning moves. Yeah, you're making winning moves.
And then you say we're not rebuilding. We are rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna compete for a chip this year. That's what you're saying. Like I really wish I could have been that guy interviewing. Like, oh, you're not rebuilding. Oh, really? Like, it's just crazy. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going off. I'm just.
Hey, no, that's a great rant. I can flip that if you want, up to you. But
maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Good rant. Okay, so we all good?
I just agree with John. I'm a Mets fan as well. I've just been pissed off all day. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it because I'm not in control. But this is just a waste of a season because we had such high hopes coming in. And then freaking Diaz gets hurt. Pitching staff is just terrible all year. Our bats won't wake up. So we traded away the entire pitching staff. Marte's going to be gone soon, I'm pretty sure. Lindor's not going to stick around through another rebuild.
No, Lindor's here for a while though. He signed a 10-year contract.
Yeah, but he's going to want to get traded. He's not going to.
He probably will. Around. You're right. I hear what you're saying. I mean,
Pete Alonso's probably going to want to get out of here too on some Juan Soto level type stuff. He want to get out of here probably. I don't know.
That's what I'm nervous about. Yeah.
So I'm not happy, but it is what it is. I actually did want to talk about something the other day. I brought it up in the chat. Shohei Ohtani's already the greatest baseball player of all time. I just wanted to say that.
Absolutely.
It's hard to sit here and not say that with him being able to hit the ball 450 feet. He's throwing 100 and he's throwing 100 plus.
I hear what you're saying.
He can strike out 12 batters, and like he did it the other day. He went for 2 homers. He struck out 12 or something like that.
A shutout. Yeah.
I'll say this
exactly. A complete game shutout.
He's an amazing player, but Best of all time. He knows he's got a list, and that's
Stop
what I'm
it.
excited about.
Stop it.
No, but seriously though, realistically, you're wearing a Kobe hat. Job's definitely not done with that guy. You know what I mean?
No,
Shohei
it's
Ohtani's
done.
got years.
It's done.
Years.
It's done.
No, he's
It's
got
done.
years.
It's done.
He's got years
It's
where
done.
he's gonna do it.
It's done.
No,
It's
you're
done.
crazy. Stop.
It's done.
No, but like, no, on a real note,
John,
like,
it's
no,
done.
but seriously, it's really not though. Stop. Like for
John.
you to say it's done, like people want him to stop, right? Like people
John.
only think he has like 2-3 more years of pitching left. Like
John,
I know, but that's an actual conversation.
listen, it's done. Okay, it's done.
I mean,
it's really done because
really
the hype has been here for 4 years.
Yeah, and he'll be
And
a great
been
player.
doing it for 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years only. He'll be a great player. If somebody retired in the NFL or in the NBA after 4 years, would you say they're the greatest to ever done
I'm
it?
sorry. After Mike got 3 rings, right? Didn't he leave and everybody was already calling him the greatest of all time?
Who?
Mike.
No, he was in the league for way longer. He didn't win until his 7th, 8th year.
No, I'm saying after those 3 rings.
Yeah, after those 3 years, he's been in the league 10 plus years. That is a career. Like what I'm saying is like Shohei Ohtani is going to play for the next 10, 20 years. Hopefully he pitches and bats throughout that entire time. I'm saying doubters are still doubting him. Like if you look at the interview with Mike Trout and Mookie,
yeah, because people are saying he's been through a lot of injuries already, and he should probably stick to one so he can stay.
Yeah. So he can stay in the league for longer and longer. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think he still has a lot he wants to accomplish. Like I think he still wants a ring, and he holds himself accountable to that. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think job is done. You know what I mean? Like I hear what you're saying. Like I think
the stats are there.
I'm not saying Job's done for his career.
Sure.
But as for him being the actual like greatest baseball player of all, like people are not going to say. People are sitting here and not saying that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time because he doesn't have the rings.
Well, as of right now, he is.
Well, for his career, no, the job is not done. But
you
if we're being honest, he is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah, but you would admit that in 20 or 30 years that if somebody puts up LeBron-like numbers, they're going to be the greatest of all time.
If they put up LeBron-like numbers?
Yeah. Like what I'm saying is
outdo him.
Like he didn't score, like let's say this next guy doesn't score enough points, but he beats LeBron and he beats Jordan and he wins 7 championships or something. Like what I'm saying is like it's always going to differ, but there's always going to be another player that elevates the game. I hope for Ohtani's sake there are more pitchers and
two-way players,
and switch players. You know what I mean? Like two-way players.
Hear me out though. As of today, because nobody's seen this ever done before, he's the greatest baseball player of all time.
Until another one shows up, yeah.
I hear you. Until
somebody else shows up and was like, "Oh shoot."
Yeah, I get you.
I can manage as well.
But it's like
a player
nobody's pitching complete game shutouts and hitting 2 home runs in the same game.
I get you.
Same day,
that.
Yeah.
The same day.
Bumgarner's probably the only pitcher that's really been out here hitting home runs before Ohtani.
No, you got Willis, you got Zambrano, you got Santana, not Santana.
I'm talking about notable numbers though. Like
I know. I'm talking about
Bumgarner could go for 20 in a season though.
No, Bumgarner had 20 in a season.
If he batted every game, he probably could have went for 20 in a season.
No, but you're talking about an every 5-day player. You know what I mean? Who hits home runs? I mean, that's
what I'm saying. Ohtani's not even doing this every 5. He's doing it every day.
Yeah, I got that. I know.
He's hitting every day. He's only pitching every 5 days.
I got that. I'm just saying. I mean,
that's why it's hard for me to just sit here and say like, there's not anybody in history really better than him. Like,
I mean, Babe Ruth did it, and you laugh at
Babe Ruth was getting.
Go ahead.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are we gonna talk about Babe Ruth?
Yeah, talk about Babe Ruth.
If Babe Ruth was here today, he'd be batting like 11.
He probably would. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
He's not all fastballs. They didn't say no slider or curve.
And they were not fastballs. They were meatballs.
He had other balls. Yeah.
Bro, the pitches they were throwing back then,
different. They also didn't have night games.
They probably topped out at like 82.
Hear me out. There's a bunch of things you could say about Babe Ruth that are negative or whatever. But what I'm saying is,
I don't like minorities either.
Okay, understandable. Yes, I understand. But what I'm saying is like, when you put him down, you're giving way for people to put Ohtani down. You know what I mean? The dude hit 700 home runs. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, yes, he played in a time where people didn't take it as seriously. You know what I mean? But so did so many other athletes. You know what I mean? That we bring up, like Bill Russell won 11 championships, right?
And those 11 championships do not hold the same weight as Kobe's 5.
No, I get that, and the game has to progress. You know what I mean? And we put him on the back burner, but we still talk about him in a good light. You know what I mean? Like,
Rest in peace, by the way, both of you.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, and Ruth. But I mean, I'm just saying, like there's so many things you could say about Ruth. Even you could talk about how the record thing. Did you know with Roger Maris in a season, like Roger Maris was changing Babe Ruth's record as a Yankee, right? And
Yeah,
he did it in 1961. He hit 61 home runs, right?
Mhm.
But when he did it, there was 15 games added onto the season since Babe Ruth hit his last home run, so they counted it as a separate record. He died with 2 records in place. Roger Maris never knew he beat Babe Ruth out in a single season home run category.
Yeah, here's my thing.
Which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like that, you could hold that against Ruth. You know what I mean? Because the commissioner was in his pocket. You know what I mean? So,
but I'm not holding. Here's my thing. I'm not holding anything against Ruth for real. Like, he was great for his time.
But
as times have changed, people have evolved, players have evolved, the game has evolved.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth should not be on anybody's top 50 baseball players of all time list because of the evolve. If you stick him in the game today, if you stick him in the game today, he's not Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I know, but people put older players, you know what I mean, who like in different sports, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that, but like
but
still, even if you stick Bill Russell in today's game, he's not Bill Russell anymore.
Sure. I hear you.
Samuel Dallenberg.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I hear you.
A mean stray. That is crazy.
But I mean, there's no way to judge that. But what I'm saying is, like, I still think Ohtani has some time. I hear what you're saying. He is probably, but I mean, he might start a trend where there might be 2 or 3 players that do what he does better than him later on. You know what I mean?
And when that happens later on, they will probably be considered better than him.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But as of today, Ohtani's the best player of all time.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different categories.
That's like sitting here saying that Calvin Johnson was not a better receiver than freaking. I'm trying to think of this dude's name.
People say that though. Like, people bring down Calvin Johnson. You know what I mean? Like,
but, okay,
that's crazy.
Okay, fine. I mean, bring down Calvin Johnson all you want to, but like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like an older dude that like 70s wide receiver. I don't know why I can't think of anybody right now. Who the hell was Roger Staubach throwing to, bro? Who's Bart Starr throwing to? Like, it was Lynn Swan. Lynn Swan. There's a name right there.
Sure.
Listen, like, are we really gonna sit here and say that freaking Calvin Johnson was not better than Lynn Swan? We're gonna sit here and say D Hop not better than Lynn Swan.
I hear you saying
the skill
no offense.
The skill just took off to another level.
Yeah. I hear you.
If I trained, I could have been in the NFL today if the skill was the same.
Yeah.
Lawrence would be in the league. You would be in the league too, bro.
I mean, maybe.
If the skill stayed the same, we would be in the league.
Well, yeah, because like the skill when they started, only like 25 people were interested in football. Do you know what I mean? And now it's like 3.3 million, and now you have videos and all this.
That's what it is now. Everybody's training harder. Everybody's doing more to get better.
They push the level of competition up and up and up.
Exactly. So now it's a completely different ball game where I can confidently say Antonio Brown is probably better than Lynn Swan.
I definitely don't think so. I don't know about that.
Do you not remember Antonio Brown playing?
No, I remember Antonio Brown. I'm fine with Antonio Brown. I think he's an amazing player. I'm just saying Lynn Swan for his time. I mean, the dude did ballet and football.
Yeah, for his time. I mean?
Like for his time, that was like ball bustingly crazy. You know what I mean? He was one of the first players in the NFL to ever do ballet, which completely, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it. There are other things that I remember about Lynn Swan that like.
But what are we doing now?
I mean, we could talk about championships. We could talk about
The Rock did ballet in football.
I mean,
shut up, Chill.
But that was after the fact, and that was Lynn Swan's. You know,
no, he did it for a movie.
Sure. Did he do it for a movie?
But he
did on his line.
You didn't watch the game plan?
Oh yeah, I did.
I was about to say.
No, but what I'm saying is there are
like
techniques and stuff that people bring into other.
Yes, the technique changed, the skill level changed.
But
so yes, Antonio Brown is better than him.
You know what I mean?
Tyreek Hill's better than him.
But
so much has changed.
I just don't
to the point where these guys are just better, and like the old heads need to let it go.
Yeah, but there are great players that are still not in the Hall of Fame that should be in the Hall of Fame. Like I'm a big component of like NFL MVPs, like Super Bowl MVPs should be in the Hall of Fame. That should be a qualifying ticket because
Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco. I mean, for his career. I mean, I'm talking about
what he did for the Ravens. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm talking about,
he was a problem,
and I'm really
not gonna act like he wasn't.
And but what I'm really talking about is the wide receivers that have been left out. You know what I mean? Or Terrell Davis, who only had 7 years. You know what I mean? But had an amazing career over that 7-year time. He did, but he did. He was an MVP. He wouldn't have won with Elway. Wouldn't have won a Super Bowl without Terrell Davis. They've never
If
done
you
that.
stick Terrell Davis in today's game, who is he?
I don't know. He's
I
pretty
mean, there's probably an argument like who is generational, like who can play no matter what.
Hines Ward
General-
is in the Hall of
A
Fame.
lot
you
of
know
these
what I mean?
guys are not being like their game would not translate to the next generation for real.
I get that. No, but
Hines Ward
believe
would
that.
translate. I'll say that.
There's only like maybe like a handful of players that are generation that can play no matter what in generation.
No, but I
think everybody in our generation can play in that generation. Everybody in that generation can't play in this generation.
I get that. But just the fact that like, I don't know, just the fact that like football, like just because it has progressed doesn't mean those players, you know what I mean, over time are still better than some of these players.
Here's the funny thing about it though. It's like stuff that they were doing back then that has never been seen before.
Sure.
Is a regular Sunday for Justin Jefferson.
Sure. But just because it's Rumble Sunday doesn't mean Justin Jefferson doesn't have to win a Super Bowl. He should have to win a Super Bowl.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have to. He probably does have to win a Super Bowl.
And in 40 years down the road, it's the same conversation with our generation as the next one.
Exactly. Like I said, what Lynn Swann did to break a record, that is probably a regular Sunday for Antonio Brown.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think
Antonio Brown. Yo, there was a game where Antonio Brown went for like 12 catches and like 210 or something like that, or like 180. Bro,
I get that. But I'm just saying there are some players that do things that people just will never be able. Or one player, like we talk about Michael Jordan. I don't care who you talk about in basketball. There's 3-4 players that you could probably say are just as good or almost as good as Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So how is he the greatest of all time?
But what I'm saying is like he beat out like 5-6 generations of millions of people. Do you know what I mean? Like when I'm saying the fact that he does that, it makes him one of the greatest of all time.
Basketball wasn't around for that long. But
well, all right. Well, you know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Look at anyone from the 70s, 80s, 90s to now. Do you know what I mean? Like I could take anyone in the NBA, and I would say maybe 3 people match up to Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. Skill wise, it has changed, but what I'm saying is like that dude's determination. You can't measure shit like that. You know what I mean? Like Tom Brady didn't just win 7 Super Bowls off nothing. Like he had something that somebody else didn't have. You know what I mean? That's just unexplainable. You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like we're missing the unexplainable factor of what happened in the past. Like I get
we're not missing the unexplainable factor of what happened in the past. We're just missing the fact that the skill has transcended to another level.
No, but Antonio Brown is a joke compared to Lynn Swann.
What are you talking about?
Off the field, off the field, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Off the field for sure.
This man bought a franchise and lost a franchise of football. Like to be an owner and just the franchise just doesn't exist anymore because he ruined it. Like, I mean,
but we're talking on the field.
That literally happened. Like,
yeah,
you didn't know that?
If we're talking on the field, then.
But I'm talking about like
but on the field stuff. Yeah, on the field stuff, it leaked into it. Like he can never play another football game. Because of what he did in Pittsburgh on the field. That's what I'm talking about. He will never sign with anybody else ever again. Like,
but I'm talking about playing the game.
Yeah, I get that.
Playing the game. Lynn Swann is a joke to Antonio Brown.
Definitely not. Lynn Swann, I picked Lynn Swann 1 billion times over Antonio Brown.
All right, so this has been another episode of Bowl Essentials.
I'm sorry.
Make sure you
couldn't even finish the season, bro.
Make sure you're following us and subscribe to us.
One dude is a Hall of Famer. One dude can't finish the season. You think Antonio Brown's getting into the Hall of Fame? Seriously.
I mean, off his numbers, sure, but definitely not.
Off his numbers, definitely not. Because let's get into what we were just talking about with
you. We're also running 1 hour 30, John.
I know. We'll wrap it up. But what I'm saying is, like, we just talked about Phil. Literally, we just sat here and talked about Shohei Ohtani, how he's the greatest of all time, right? How do you know in 20 years when people blow out Antonio Brown's numbers, we're not going to say that about that kid? You know what I mean?
Once the numbers are proven, numbers get better, obviously, in the future. But we should probably wrap this up just because, time constraints. I don't want to edit a whole hour and a half.
I'm ready to wrap it up. I'm fine.
Okay. So, hey, with that being said, because we were supposed to end this shit 15 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine.
So, hey, with that being said, hey, Ball Central Podcast. Hey, we're gonna hopefully we have more heated debates like this in NFL seasons because hey, the conversations like this deserve to happen. So make sure you check us out on all the social media platforms down below. We upload every week. at noon, depending on the day, because schedules conflict, yada, yada, yada. So with that being said, we'll see you next time on Ball Allure Central Podcast. Yeah.